Dave. How are we doing, Dave? The Blue Van Man. How are we? How are we?
We're all right, mate. I've just had a bloody pop-up support for HP support assistance for my bloody printer. I'm trying to get rid of it. There we go. It's gone. I'm there. I can see myself.
Okay.
I could snap them over my knee sometimes. I really could.
Oh, I know. And you've got you've got a MacBook.
Yeah, but I'm back on the HP thing at the moment because I can't. Truth. MacBooks, they're good, but it's just. It doesn't
get into them. I got a Mac, the big screen one. I'm talking to you on it now. Once you get into it, Dave, it's a breeze. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's just practice. That's all it is.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
I'm really excited tonight. I've not had a beer since Sunday. I say Saturday. I didn't fancy nothing yesterday.
From your little trip away, you look like you've had enough beer.
I know. I got a bit purple.
You're uploading like a machine, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I got 3 to go. One of them's a pulled pork roll, and I'm staggering around with this pulled pork roll at the end of the night.
You've still got 3 to go. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we ended up on a boat on the Saturday night. They took us all on a boat to celebrate all the hard work we'd done, and they were playing ABBA going along the coastline, and it was all people eating in the restaurants, like holding their knives of fuck, wondering what this massive cruise line is going past. And we're all drinking and dancing on this boat. But we've been on it since 11 o'clock in the morning. And this was 12
o'clock, about 4 days ago.
Hello to all of the viewers who have tuned in tonight. Lovely.
Hello, viewers.
For you all to tune in. And I'm excited. It leads me into this. I'm excited because Dave chose 3 beers tonight, and I went along and bought them in Morrison. So I think the first one, and I've got a thing for a lager lately, Dave. I've gone full circle.
Ooh.
Innis Gunn lager beer.
Yes.
That's
what
we're
talking about.
If you want. I got a 660 bottle, I think, on this one. Quite a large sized.
It is.
Yeah.
You'll be on your back after this one, mate.
I know. Hello, Blue Van Man and Simon. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. I'm thirsty, Dave. I'm quite. Should we?
Yeah. Let's pop it.
There's a bottle cap. So if you're new to this, guys, if you've just tuned in from my channel for the first time, we haven't done one for a while on my channel. Dave's been very, very generous in doing a couple of broadcasts on his channel, growing my channel. So massive thank you to Dave for that. But if you're new to this, me and Dave, we shared a few beers. And we generally have a giggle, don't we, Dave? We have a giggle.
We have a bit of a giggle. We put the world to rights. That's it.
Absolutely.
Well, that's right. Bloody camera, though. I can't get used to it.
I know. It's too dark to go out in the conservatory now. I'm back in the kitchen for the winter.
Yeah. That's got a good head on mine.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice one finger head, clear looking beer. Not much carbonation though. Have you got a lot of carbonation in yours, Dave? Or is it looks a bit? Oh, you have, yeah. Oh, yours is actually mine's a bit.
Yours is a bit dull.
But
I'm going to say mine's got a bigger head as well, isn't it? Mine,
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I think you might have the better beer. Should we?
This is going to be one of those, isn't it, where yours is dead and mine's live, lad.
Do you know what? That's what makes for these reviews, because some of them are different. It just shows that all of the beers are different out there.
It does. Has it got a batch coder out on there? No. Don't know. I bet there's something there, isn't there?
Chris O'Neill is saying, where did you nick the glass from, Dave?
Charity shop.
Fantastic.
Charity shops in Loughborough.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and I just like going around. We like going around looking for nicky-knack kind of things. And I found this and I thought, I like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, camera as well. You'll have to go to next year's.
Yes.
Left for a beer festival.
Yeah, we will. Right. Shall we sup in? Or are you still smelling?
I'm still smelling. So again, definitely it's not. Some of the big companies produce beer with corn and rice because it's a stable product. if you could go to Turkey and have a bowl of boiled rice, and you would go to America and have a bowl of boiled rice, and it would taste the same because it's boiled rice. So there's a reason why they brew with it, some of these big companies. But this smells like malt, an old malt lager, rather than
it does.
The cheap corns and the rices of the world.
Does it smell of skull?
Yeah. Smells good. Smells all right. What's the 4.5%? I'm ready to dive into this one.
Mine's 4.6.
Is it? Maybe I need glasses. 4.6.
You want to get yourself down Wilco's. Get yourself some of these for 2.5 notes.
I'm going to have to, I think. When I was in the army, I had 20/20 vision. It's gone now.
Yeah. I was all right until I went to work and I have to wear these stupid safety goggles. And I think with the dust and the sweat and that getting on them, your eyes are like going, they're not focusing right. And I think that's what knackered my eyes.
Oh, no.
Look at that. I've still got better head than yours. Is flat as a witch's tit.
It is, isn't it? Absolutely is. Wow.
Sorry about that, mate. Anyway.
You carry on. Let's dive in. Cheers, Dave.
Cheers.
Oh.
I tell you what, I like that.
That's lovely. That's really lovely. You picked a good one. Do you know, I'm trying to explain to my viewers. Go on,
there you go, mate. June's having a sip, mate. I like to see a woman with a pint glass in her hand. It's sexy.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife drinks out of pints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June normally drinks out the bottle. Meh.
Yeah, I like that.
It's lager, isn't it? It's just a nice lager.
Yeah.
That I quite like that, dude.
A nice lager, exactly. It's just something easy going, light. Yeah, really good stuff. Do you know what? I went full circle. I went from drinking ale and lager over to these craft beers, and now all I seem to want. I was in Sweden. I was having breakfast with a brewer, Tool Brewery in Denmark. I was with the owner of the brewery, and he said, "What are you drinking at the moment?" I said, "You know," he said, "You might rock back in your chair, but all I want is a crisp, dry pilsner at the moment. The weather's been so warm. We've had a really warm summer. I just want to knock back some crisper pilsners." And he said, "You're spot on. All us brewers," he said, "if we had the opportunity, we would just brew pilsner. A lot of these, they brew all of these big, funky beers, but if they could get away with it, they would just brew pilsner."
Yeah. I'm the same. Well, when I go out to a pub, I'll never actually go on a Friday night and have lager, and on a Saturday have the same. Yeah. I just walk in and I just have different beers all the while. It's very, very rare I'll have a Guinness and then a lager the next night, or the next time I go out, I'll have, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just swapping and changing all the while. So
I was asking if we could try Karpacki. It's the Polish lager at 9%. Wow. I think I've had it. I think maybe, have you got a Polish shop near you, Dave? Maybe we can get a couple of cans. I could get one in Cardiff.
It's England, mate. You're bound to have a Polish shop somewhere.
Yeah. We'll have to get some Karpacki. Can you see the comment from Analyze This? Pardon me.
Analyze this. No, where's it gone, mate?
Towards the bottom.
All right. I've gone towards the top. Oh, yes, I see it now. Yeah, got it. Yeah, the one you read out. Yeah, I got you now. Some of the Polish beers are quite nice, aren't they? I've had a couple of them. I've never heard of that one. And they taste like a nice, good, strong lager.
Absolutely. Terrific. Really terrific. Sarah Donnelly. I noticed Sarah's been commenting on my videos, and she's also a subscriber and a follower of yours. So
yeah, she's been there from really at the early doors. So Sarah, how are you?
Hello, Sarah. How are you? Somebody talking about the Parliament being shut down, and John Bercow, the Speaker's announced that he's leaving on the 31st of October.
Do they want somebody to stand in? Because I'd be more than willing.
I know
to do it.
Yeah. It's I'm not sure what's going on, Dave. I'm not sure what's going on in
mate? I've given up with it all. I'm fed up with it. I'm completely not bothered because whatever happens will not change my life one bit.
No. Do you know what got me last week when Corbyn said he don't want an election? That's the moment where I went, I don't care anymore.
Waste of time. How can anybody in the opposition not want an election?
He's been asking for 2 years. Boris has said, let's have an election. He's backed out of it. And let's be fair, Boris is in the corner, and he's having the 7 bells thumped out of him at the moment.
Yeah.
If there's any,
he's still going, isn't he?
I can't.
He's still fighting.
He's still going. And if there's any time for Labour to get in, then now's the time. But he don't seem to want one.
No, because he realises that if he did actually get in to do it, he's shagged because you can't please everybody.
No,
you know what I mean? Whatever he does, he'd do wrong. You've only got to look at Corbyn's past interviews in the past where he's been on about coming out of Europe and he's not happy.
Yeah. And
now he's asking, he's always said, to be fair to Corbyn, he's always said he's not happy with Europe, and he does say what it says on the tin. But now he's having to bend the tin and try to please others, and I don't think he's happy. So we will see.
We will see. We've got nearly 100 viewers, Dave. I'm over the moon with that.
I can't see that. I don't know where we get that, but that's brilliant then. 100 viewers.
Nearly 100 viewers. That's absolutely terrific. Maybe it's a wet and windy night here in Wales. What's the weather like where you are?
It was clouding over. We got the washing in. June's had a smalls out, but we're about to get them back in. And thought it was going to rain, but it hasn't.
It's hammering down, hammering down. So maybe it's the weather now. The winter season has come in.
It is the weather season.
Just to finish on Corbyn quickly, because I like to finish with a joke. They reckon he got splinters in his ass. They reckon he's sitting on the fence too much.
Yeah. It is, isn't it? And I tell you what, I ain't taking them out for him.
Oh, God. Well, so we go into some more comments. Sarah saying hi back, guys. Brian Clough or Sir Alex?
Brian Clough did an amazing job with very little money, coming up from Division 2 into Division 1 as it was then, and doing what he did in that amount of time. So I would have to go with Clough on that. But Alex Ferguson was a hell of a manager. What he did at Manchester United, because let's face it, Manchester United, when he rolled in, they were a bag of shit. And he turned them around and made them into a world superpower and the club that they are now. Well, not that they are now, because 4 or 5 years ago, then. Not as they are now, because now they're going back as they were before he went.
I think that the problem with Man United is that they've spent lots of money and they seem to they seem to be spending money badly. Yeah,
it's a desperate situation. Why they bought Maguire for 85 million? Leicester fans are going. I just cannot honestly work it out, because although Harry Maguire is a very good player, he hasn't got a lot of pace. He can play the ball out, but he gets caught out. And I think the problem with Harry Maguire is he needs a good defender at the side of him. And Johnny Evans did that for him last year.
Yeah.
And if you watch Leicester City, which I doubt many of you do, but if you watch Leicester, Johnny Evans is a class defender, and Man United could do with him now.
I think they could sneak the top 4 this year, if I'm perfect.
There's a chance. Me and the kid went down to the Bournemouth game. The only weak part I could see was Ricardo at the back, the defender at the right back. But we'll see. He just didn't look at the races for me. But there you go.
I think Chelsea are not at the races. Arsenal are not at the races.
I think Arsenal are getting better. I think they're getting better. They had a bit of a slip up against Spurs, but they came back. I don't know. I agree with the Chelsea comment, but he's put Lampard in there, and if it goes all wrong, he can just turn around and say to Chelsea fans, "It's one of your own in charge. You wanted him, you know."
Perfect. Oh, somebody's asked in the comments. We've got over 100 views now. Can we get some thumbs up? That's what people are asking for. If you can give Dave some thumbs up, that'll be absolutely terrific. Thank you very much. How much of this lager have you chucked into, Dave? I've
got about half a pint left. On my glass, it says half a... Where's the bloody camera? There it is.
Yeah.
I can't get this camera thing working right. There is it. Anyway, I've got half a pint left.
Terrific. I can't see... Through this StreamYard, I can only see the views. I can't see the likes. I can't see... So if any of you have done any of the super chat, I don't get to see that. So I thank you for that.
Super chat either. Well, let's get my other little thing on. Like that. How's that for a bloody...
Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Really good.
Really I went down to see the big fella. Swipe to unlock. Oh God, now I've got to put my stupid password in. I set this all up wrong. Got to keep writing the password now. I have to keep writing password.
Some of these comments, they're just making me chuckle. My God, how many pints does it take to slapping the wife around the house? What sort of comment is that?
I know.
But I got a funny sense of humour, so I kind of laugh at stuff like that.
Yeah, it's let's have a look. That's real craft ale beer. Real ale craft. Still get it wrong, and I'm reading it. Unbelievable. Right, let's have a look. You've had no super chat, Simon. So tough luck. You've got 103 viewers. Happy days.
Absolutely terrific. Absolutely terrific. Well, Dave, we've not really caught up since we both went away on holiday. We did the one, didn't we? We did the one broadcast. What have you been up to, Dave? What have you been doing? How's work?
Work's okay. Like I said, I've stopped on the night. I've got off the night, so I'm just working around in my little warehouse. Well, not a little warehouse. I've got 3. But I'm gradually cleaning them up. There's been some bloke there. He's worked in the warehouse for about 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And it's a shithole. I've been in there 10 minutes, sorted.
Yeah, you seem like one of those blokes. Not, well, some people, they put their feet under the table and they just, you know, they just cruised on it. But I can imagine
everything that was wrong is everybody else's fault apart from him.
I know.
So.
Someone asking to do the one chip challenge. That's Daniel Molden. I will do the one chip challenge. I want to know where I can get it from.
Amazon.
And noodles that you reviewed.
Amazon, mate. Amazon's the place to get anything nowadays.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because when I did it, somebody sent it to my PO box. In fact, you've got a PO box? Have you got a PO box?
No.
No, don't bother, mate. I've done mine. I'm not going to renew it again after the 6 months because it's a lot of money and it was brilliant when it started. And I had that wig and I got the Leicester shirt and everything like that. But it's a lot of money, and it's I think it's paid back for itself. It's paid itself back and more.
Yeah.
But, it is a, you know.
I trust. You always know when you get a decent. What I do, I always do Twitter or Facebook on the messages. You can always read a decent comment or ask him for your address. They know the beer. They know where it's coming from. And I trust in giving my address out. It's just something I've always done. But then you know the comments where you go, I'm not really prepared to give you my address.
Yeah, turning up, shoving the willy through your letterbox. You don't need it, do you?
I love it. Yeah, exactly that, though. We don't want that, do we?
Yeah. Hey, come round here and shove your cock through the door. The doodle will have it off.
Brilliant. We got 120 viewers. I think that's my record, Dave. Thank you very much. Stone the crowd. I think so. Yeah, I think so.
We've had more than that together, haven't we?
Maybe. I got a canary brain I have.
All right. Somebody's put, does Dave say Stone the Crows? No, I don't say Stone the Crows because that's Simon's line.
Yeah, use it. Well, we'll really touch on that a little bit. I've had a bit of a controversial day today. A little bit. I mean, it's only like it's 2% of the comments, but it's always that little 2% that.
That June reads the 2%.
Yeah, me too. And
it's like I can have 600 thumbs up.
Yeah.
June's more concerned about the 6 that are thumbs down.
I'm like
that.
I'm
not bothered.
I wish I had your mentality with it, because I read some of the comments today, and I went out to Burger King. I reviewed their new burger breakfast thing, and we both recommend stuff to each other. I said, go on, you wasn't sure about going to do the bacon double whatever it was from McDonald's. I said, go on, Dave, do it. And you've had a fantastic viewership of it. Likewise, you said to me, do the bacon milkshake from Five Guys. And what was the other thing? You sent me nuts. And it's kind of...
Literally, you're mad.
Yeah, you haven't sent me nuts. You sent me a jar of spicy nuts.
Or a bottle of nuts, weren't it? A bottle of beer nuts.
Yeah, and just we recommend stuff to each other. We do stuff. Unfortunately, being a carpenter, I have a van, and my wife used the car today, so I drove 4 miles to Burger King. I couldn't have walked it in the rain, and I had a bit of stick for it, Dave. So over to you.
Well, it's, you know what, mate. I don't really know what to say as such, because there's no license to this YouTubing thing. I mean, you was talking to UK Food Review, weren't you?
Yeah, last Tuesday.
And we haven't had any heat between me and UK Food Review. I can't even say that name now. Food Review UK. I've not had no heat. People try to stir the muck and get a bit of wrestling or whatever it is between us. But I'm not really bothered. I'll do this for myself, and I would like to think that everybody else does. So if you want to go out in your van because it's not as though you've gone out there and bought a van.
I know.
That's the way it is. It's just do what you want to do, mate. And I have got the attitude. I mean, people try to wind me up on YouTube with the comments that they leave. They try to call me boring or one trick pony or the same again. And I'm thinking, do you know what? I couldn't really give a fuck. If you want to do it, just and what people don't understand is that those that don't like me, I love it.
Brilliant.
I'm not bothered. Some of the lads that my mates, we have ripped each other to bits, right? We have been cutting. Yeah. And what this lot on here say to me is absolutely nothing to what Tim Watts, Steve Key, and all the others used to do to me and say. Yeah. I used to get called Daley Thompson because I'm not a very athletic kind of guy. And they used to call me Daley Thompson to take the piss. And I just don't care. Just people, just live your lives.
Yeah, exactly. Live your lives. We've recommended stuff to each other. We're going into what we do a lot of beer, we do a lot of food between us on the 2 channels. We're going into crazy season now the next 3 months, and I'll be recommending stuff to Dave all the time. Get to Sainsbury's or get to Morrison's, do this. They got new chocolate Christmas trees with chili on or some, that sort of thing. And it's just, I think we just help each other out. That's how I see it. We help each other out.
So it is, isn't it? I mean, there's they do actually come across. We were talking earlier, weren't we? They do actually come across, and they think we're Peter Bloody Sutcliffe, don't we? They really do seem to think. Some of them think we're like, the worst person ever to walk on the earth.
Yeah, they do. Some of them.
I mean, the only worst thing I've ever had is a bloody parking ticket because I put £1 and it fell straight through. So, it's quite amazing.
It is amazing.
It's quite funny.
My recommendation to you is when you've got 5 minutes in the morning, get yourself to Burger King. That breakfast BAP thing, King.
Yeah, somebody else has been telling me to do that.
Oh, it's
somebody
amazing.
else has told me to do it.
Yeah, go
So,
get
I might pop along. June, what are we doing in the morning? Oh, we're walking the dogs in the morning.
What time's it open? 6?
Really?
No, I don't know.
We'll see. It's on the list, and people will be moaning. Say, "Oh, you're copying real ale craft beer."
No, we recommend stuff to each other. This is great. This is great. Right, I'm gonna polish this off, David. I don't know about you.
Gone.
After drinking the 660 bottle, what's your final thoughts on this lager? Would you buy it?
Like that. We like that, didn't we, June? That beer we've just drunk, we like that, didn't we? Very nice. That is one of the best lagers I've tasted, I think.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's brewed with naked golden oats. It didn't. Do you know what makes me laugh about some of these big companies? Let's just face up to it. Carlin Black Label. They use a lot of cheap ingredients. You only need a little bit more of a decent ingredient, like we've seen. And the beer, it transforms it, doesn't it? And we're talking pence, Dave. Pence.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Carlin will provide that goat piss that they do, and then they'll do a real decent beer and say, "Oh, look, we've got a premium lager, and we'll charge you a premium price." So,
can you remember Carlin Premier?
Yeah, I can.
Bloody good, that wasn't it?
It was good, and they should keep it going. That is it still out there? I don't know.
It's really strange. I can find it in my local corner shop, in the corner, like with dust on it. It's a date, but nobody's buying it. But it's definitely there. And I reviewed it with Crisps last year, so it's a funny one. If you go an obscure corner shop, go in and you might find a can.
Yes, yeah, I know what you mean. It is good, I must admit. But so again, sometimes I just like to come home and down a beer when I've been at work and when I've been at work and it's hot and you just want to down a beer.
Yeah.
I can actually open a can of beer and just down it in one, and I'm not going to pay silly money just to down it in one.
No. Have you been to your place? What's your local bar that you've been going to? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
3 Crowns.
No, not that one. The one the craft bar.
I went to the beer pharmacy.
That's it.
Me and June popped over on Saturday afternoon. I finished work. We went and had a meal at the Bluebell at Rothley. Then we popped over to have one and say hello to Dave. And he was there for about 2 minutes. Next thing I know, he's a big lad. He's going rushing out. He's shouting, Paul, come on, Paul. And like, what the bloody hell's up with him? He had to, apparently, he's a part-time paramedic first aider, and some old boy's having a heart attack up the working men's club.
Oh.
So he went, and like, you see the size of Dave, he's bigger than me, and the last thing you want is him bearing down on your chest, trying to get you going. Clear.
So you didn't have a chance to speak to him, but did you try some decent beer?
I had a pint of Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
That went down well.
I bet it did, yeah. Straight down.
Yeah, to the
piano playing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was all right. It was nice. It was chocolatey, a chocolatey stout. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. So, but that's one of his best sellers at the moment. So,
yeah, you like your stouts?
Yeah, I love it. I love a stout. It's good for you.
Was it called Titanic Plum Porter? Was that the name of it?
I don't know. It actually had a picture of the boat on it, on the pump.
Yeah.
In the 30s kind of style, like the Poirot kind of drawing and writing. It was like that. So, yeah.
I judged with Bob, one of the brewers there. Shortest bloke in his 50s, losing his hair on the top. And I've tried drinking with him at a beer festival. Cool, he can pop them back. Blimey. I was the worst thing I did. Stoke-on-Trent, I think the brewery are from, Titanic. But we sat down, you try this one. And I said, I haven't finished these last 3 yet. And he goes, come on, man. He's shorter than me. And he's getting these beers down him.
It's my old man. My dad, he's the same. Well, he's 75 and he can just keep chucking them away. And he's exactly the same. So I think that's where I've got it from, my dad's side of the family. But there again, my mum's side of the family, they could drink and all, but they were spirits. But they were a spirits person. My granddad Sid liked to spirit.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'm saying two sides of the family, they both drink. So, you know,
that's a good example, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. What was I going to say? How far are you away from Ludlow?
Ludlow?
Shropshire.
I think we're a good 60 mile, 70 mile. I don't honestly know, mate. Where's Ludlow, June? Ludlow. Wales. Yeah, Ludlow's Wales, isn't it?
Shropshire. It's just on the border. It's in England. It's just on the border.
June says it's as good as Wales.
Yeah, it's good as well. But they have a beer festival there. The Wales and West is called in May, and I get invited to judge there, and that's where I met Bob. That's where Bob goes from Titanic. So all the brewers go to this judging competition. So about April time, I'll have an invite to judge.
Yeah.
And I can get an in because let's be fair. Now we've reviewed 20, 30 beers together now, so you're more than qualified to give your rating on. You get a scorecard, and we do about 50 beers, but there's small taste.
Right.
So if you
that'd be quite a nice challenge.
And you get to meet all the brewers because it's a competition, so it goes bronze, silver, gold medals, and they're all over the moon when they win, and then they start drinking, and it's good fun. It's good fun. It takes me about 2 hours to get there, hour and a half, 2 hours on the train.
Okay, all right, cool. So it's 93 miles from Leicester. What did you say, June? All right, June's watching us. Brilliant.
Hello, June. How did you get on with that beer? Did you like the Innis Gunn? You did say you did.
Yes, you did. You like the old Innis Gunn, didn't you, lover? You like that last beer? Yeah, she just said it tasted like a nice, crisp, fresh lager. So, all good stuff. Do you want to read a few comments before we hit the next beer?
Yeah, we're rushing a bit, aren't we, tonight? So let's get some comments in. Who's the greatest Welsh band? I don't know. Manic Street Preachers, maybe?
Yeah, one of them went missing, though, didn't he?
On the Severn Bridge.
Yeah.
He went swimming.
Yeah. Somebody says, pint of Titanic. Would you like ice with that?
Love it.
Some analyze this. Says Simon and Dave, you should both have a whiskey tasting stream.
I struggle. I had a bad experience with whiskey. I struggle with whiskey and cider. Anything else? And I tell you what, the gins are fashionable at the moment. I do some gins.
Yes, we June and me have we bought a bottle of rhubarb gin.
Oh right, okay.
I'll show it you. We're not trying it, so I'm going to save it for a. Hold on. Oh shit!
What did I say?
We actually reviewed that the other day. Oh god, this camera is shit.
Rhubarb
Edinburgh Gin Distillery, and it really is a lovely drink.
It looks good. It looks good. Where can I find that, Dave?
In a shop. Well, we got it from Asda. We got that from Asda.
I'll have a look in Asda. I've just had an email. This is from Leatham OFO. I've had an email from Tiny Rebel. They've asked for their Philips Perfect Draft System back. There's a comment there. Get Dave to review the Perfect Draft System. But
what you did the other day?
That machine, yeah.
I can't believe you had to wait 3 weeks for it to get cold. What was all that about?
People were telling me what you should have done was put the keg in the fridge and it would have cooled down much. Got it down to 3 degrees that way and then just put it in and used it. But it's a hefty. I live in a small terraced house. It's a hefty old lump of a machine, and it works out at £2.50 a pint. So I'm quite happy to give it back to him, to be honest. And I'm quite happy to give it back to him. It's about £30 for a keg, Dave, and it gives 10.6 pints.
You know what? That's going to be one of them things where it's expensive now, but give it 5 years, they'll be giving them away.
Yeah.
That's what they probably ought to do. Give the system away and make the beer a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. They emailed me saying, you in one day this week? I said, yeah, come and collect it. I don't.
Yeah, it looked a really good idea.
Yeah.
And if you've got a shed or a garage that's turned into a bar, it'd be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
It did look good. It did look good to me.
But we'd be a bit stuck now, wouldn't we? If we reviewed that together tonight, we drunk the first beer. What happens next? What I like about beer, personally, is you said, like, get a Headspace. Then you've gone, let's get a passion fruit pale ale. I love to mix it up. I've always loved to mix it up. And when you buy a big keg or something, you're restricted. Unless you really like that beer, you're restricted to drinking 10 pints.
Yeah, they are parties, aren't they? If you're a party person and you have people round, it's either probably what the company should do is hire them out.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
let's face it, we've got things in the kitchen now. You'll get somebody who'll buy you some kind of crappy machinery for the kitchen, like I don't know what.
George Foreman. That's a classic.
Yeah, they're really good. Where the hell do you keep them?
Exactly. And everybody wanted one, didn't they, the George Foreman? People commented when I made the video, this is the next George Foreman. It'll be great for 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden you use it 2 or 3 times and you put it away and it gathers dust.
And I'll be going around the charity shops and they'll be there for a tenner.
Exactly that. I used mine for years as a cheese toasty maker. I sort of used it for in the end. Yeah,
they are good at that as well, aren't they?
Really, really good. So I think maybe it's a bit of a fad, and I think it'll wear off. And there's another one as well made by Krups. You know the little coffee machines, the Krups.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
They make the bullet machine is called, where you buy 2 liters of this tiny mini keg and you put 2 liters in. But that's going to be gone in 5 minutes, isn't it? Not 5 minutes.
I suppose it's like everything, isn't it? Everything has to start somewhere. Electric cars, they've got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Flat screen TVs, they've all got to start somewhere. Laptops, phones, they've all started and they progress, don't they? So they'll probably be all right in about 5 or 10 years. But I'll just drink it out of a bottle.
And the choice of beer as well. What's next, Dave? McEwans Headspace or a passion fruit pale?
I think we'll go for the passion fruit, mate. To be fair, we've got 126 viewers now, dude.
I'm always as you are, exactly. Just humble, and we've got more than 10. It's lovely. Thank you, everybody.
Right.
Give Dave a like. Give us a few likes.
You seen me on Radio Leicester, mate?
I did. Yeah, the man there, he was kind of, he almost seemed a bit starstruck to me.
He did, didn't he? Oh, it was embarrassing. But
did you go for a couple of beers after the?
No, I did the fish and chip review. We had to shoot off. But
yeah. So are you still being recognised in your supermarket and your?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's all right. It's nice, to be fair. I don't. Oh God, that smells, doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm being recognised. It's all right. It's all good. It's cool. I'm quite happy with it. I won't,
No, it's great. It's fantastic. I bet there's times when you go to Morrison's though, where you're walking around there, because it was the same when I went to Sweden. We'd set up, me and the guy who was with Peter, the master of hobbies. We'd just press record, and somebody would walk up after a few beats, put their arm around you. Hey, how's how's it going? You know, and you'd have to press stop on the camera, and it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. But I bet there's times where you're walking on Morrison's where you think, bit of peace and quiet, bit of.
You know what? We were in Tesco's the other day, and the thing is now I can tell when people look at me and they think, "Is that you?"
There he is. Yeah.
Anyway, this girl, young girl, she must have only been, what, 15, 16, something like that. She was with her mum. And I could see her pointing at me and talking to her mum. And I could see her mum like saying, Blue Van who? Anyway, the next thing I know, on my Twitter page, she's recorded me walking off, me and June walking off. And she says, I wanted to say hello, but I daren't. And
no. Come and say hello. We don't bite, do we, Dave?
No, it's all right. I try to be nice. Well, I do be nice because on this little trip that I'm having of this, it's good. And one day it will stop, and it will go down.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
It's going to go down.
The Radio Leicester thing, it was like you're a natural. It was almost as if somebody put the headphones on you. Somebody put the mic. You could do a 2-hour show on Radio Leicester like that. That's how I felt. You're natural.
I've just seen something on the Radio Leicester site, and they're after a new DJ. And it's saying you have to go and do a 60-second interview.
Oh, you'd fly it. You'd absolutely fly it. They'd ask you to talk for 60 seconds, and we're just used to it. It's
easy, isn't it? So.
Sit there, our arms crossed, and you just go and do it. You know, that's the thing.
I'll just say, look at my YouTube channel. That's it. I'm there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because I'll be playing in excess all the while, but that'll be about it.
Yeah.
So let's sup in, dude. It's got a lovely smell, hasn't it?
Passion fruit. What's the ABV, Dave? I got it wrong that time.
The ABV is 4.5. Is it 4.4?
4.4, I think.
4.4. Well, it says alcohol, 4.4 volume. 4. Yeah, it says it twice, doesn't it? Oh.
Yeah. Described as this cheeky little number is bursting with refreshing exotic fruit flavors, combining spiky mosaic and citra hops with juicy passion fruit. We've brewed a pale ale that's spring with tropical character. Find out more at innisgunn.com. There we are.
Happy days.
Happy days. Happy days.
Right.
It looks good. It's not a cloudy one at all, is it?
No, it does, doesn't it? It looks good. Look, looking up, looking down. It's all right.
Yeah.
Good camera. I've cut my nails today. My nails have grown too long. I've had to cut them.
Brilliant. That's all the reviewing. So you're getting the bags of crisps up to the camera.
Yeah, it is.
Showing your clothes off.
I can't. Dirty. Long nails, long and dirty. I can't be doing with them. Disgusting.
Oh, Charles Dunn said the blue band man looks like Ken Bruce from Radio 2.
Ken Bruce. As long as I don't look like Fiona Bruce, I'm all right then.
Yeah. I like Ken Bruce, to be honest. He's one of my favourite DJs, Ken Bruce. Radio. I like Radio 2, though. Do you like Radio 2, Dave?
I'm a Radio 5 fan, to be fair. I like all the politics and all the chatting and all that. Who's the gal who does it in the morning after Nikki Campbell? Oh, I forgot her name. She's got glasses, blonde hair. She actually did Newsnight. Well, not Newsnight. Oh, God, I can't remember. She's really good. Really a talented DJ woman thing. I can't remember. No, I don't mean woman thing. She's obviously a woman. I meant the proper name for correspondent or whatever she is. I
find Radio 5 is one of those things. When the football finishes, I switch off. Maybe I should listen to it after. I bet there's lots going on.
The woman in the morning, I can't remember her name. Doing me head in. She's on from 9 till 12, I think. And she's really, really good. Politicians must hate talking to her because she just ties them up in knots. She really does. She chews them up and spits them out. She's brilliant. Radio 6 is the best. No, I don't know. No, I can't get Radio 6 in the van.
Can we shout out his mate Phil McCracken? You got me there. Never mind.
He did that to June the other night.
Oh well,
Emma Barnett. Emma Barnett.
Ah, that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They had June said that the other night. Somebody says, "Can you say hello to Phil McCracken?" And she just read it out. Poor June. So
fun, isn't it?
Yeah. So
I got sent for a long wait in my apprenticeship, Dave.
A what?
I got sent for a long wait in my apprenticeship.
Oh,
they said it's about this big, and it'll turn up in a while. And I was sat in. They sent me around this receptions office for the. I done my apprenticeship in what's that thing where they send you off in when you're 14 in school? Oh, like a work
experience.
Yeah. So they put me in a garage, mechanics garage, and they sent me around to this. I was like a laundrette. I was sitting in this laundrette for about 20 minutes, and then the receptionist started laughing, and I thought, long wait, I've been here ages, long wait, and I stood up and I fell for it. I didn't fall for the skyhooks though.
Oh no, and the tartan paint.
The tartan paint, yeah.
I used to work with my dad. He'd just throw a hammer at me to.
Yeah. The skirting board ladder.
Yeah, that one, yeah. Right, shall we sup into this, dude?
Yeah, what's the smell? What are you getting on the aroma, Dave?
Very citrus there. June, do you want to smell my beer?
Yeah, it's like a little bit of maybe a bit of butterscotch in this one. Maybe a bit of like a toffee.
It's got a sweet smell to it. What do you smell to that, June? And don't read Charles Dones out. All right, mate. Just
so this is birthday. Yeah, we'll be struck off at this rate. YouTube will strike.
No, you have to be careful.
No.
June's supping in, mate. June's already supping it.
Grapefruit, but it's not grapefruit, is it? What is it?
June says it tasted grapefruit, but it's not grapefruit.
Passion
fruit.
June.
Passion fruit, yeah.
Passion fruit, yeah, because I've not given her the can. She hasn't seen the can. June doesn't know what she's drinking.
Oh, yeah. Passion fruit.
Yeah, it is a citrusy drink, isn't it? But it's not.
It's astringent on the back. It's a bitterness right on the back in there. It's kind of like.
Yeah, it is.
Like it gets you, yeah.
Dries it. Dries it out, night thing, doesn't it?
Passion fruit, and then this, yeah, as an astringent bitterness. I'll tell you what that is, Dave. What they've chosen to do, they put a lot of hops in the boil, and it's a bit like when you make a cup of tea. When you make a cup of tea with no milk, I'm always milk first. I like my milk first. I like a bit of a pale cup of tea. If you put the hot water in first, as you know, and then you put the milk in after, it's a stronger cup of tea, isn't it? You got more.
Yeah, that's how I do. I put the milk in last.
Yeah, you put the milk in last, so it's a stronger cup of tea. It's a bit like that with brewing. So they put the hop flowers in when the water's boiling, if you like, and that just causes all of that kind of astringent flavour. You can taste it in the beer. You can feel it on the palate.
Brown is asking for ratings out of 10 of these beers. I would give the Innis Gunn, I would give that an 8.5.
Yeah, absolutely decent lager beer, that one. I've got no complaints for that. And it was relatively cheap for a 660 as well, wasn't it? I think it was only £2.
Yes, I thought only £2 or something like £2.10 or something.
I was happy to pay that.
Yeah, because I mean, I bet if that's a pint, does anybody know who's watching? Can you get that in a pub, and how much would a pint of that cost?
So we're having more than a pint here. So a pint,
yeah, what's more than a pint?
568, I think a pint is. So for £2, yeah, that's you pay £4 for a pint of that in a pub.
Yeah, I bet you would, easy.
Yeah. Milk first, yuck. Yeah, I'm sorry. My wife's the same. She said, why do you always I always make her a cup of tea and I always put her milk in first, and she never drinks it. We've been married 10 years.
June does our tea. She'll make the tea, she'll put the water in with the bag, and then put the milk in while the bag's still there.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Then she says, you know when to take the bag out. So
I know
well, I don't teabagging remarks either, people.
Yeah, absolutely. The chocolate teapot, someone said. Oh, the rating out of the beers here. So 8 out of 5, 8.5. So that's about right, Dave, I think.
Yeah, I think it's about right.
For the £2 you're paying for this beer, you're getting more than a pint for that.
Yeah.
You can imagine a bag of Doritos and a bottle of that. You're laughing, aren't you?
Oh, definite. Yeah, easy.
Yeah. No, Sam Brown's asking, when I was in Sweden, did I go to the Swedish brewery on the Polo? No, I didn't, I'm afraid. Didn't get there. I had a few comments, mine, Dave. I'm not sure if you've seen, that some of the brewers always tune into this, so I got to be careful what I say. Did you see the brewery tour video, the Brewski brewery tour?
I'm not sure, mate. I might have glimpsed at it, and then you've uploaded
So much.
More. I'll tell you what, it was like bloody UK Gold at one point. You were chucking it quick.
I know people. They either like it or they don't. You'll see your subs doing this when you upload loads because they get sent a load of emails, and I don't think people are.
But I suppose you had to upload them, didn't you? Because you got them in that order, and you wanted to get them out because of the festival, didn't you? So I suppose it's one of those things, isn't it?
And of course, when you start, it's a funny thing when you go to a beer festival. When somebody sees you got a tripod and a camera and a mic, and you see them, they can see you reviewing somebody's beer, and they can see you interviewing a brewer. Then they say, "Oh, can we go next? Or can you do our beer?" And then you end up. That's why I got so piddled, to be honest. Was you drink 20 beers in a day, and some of them are 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. So we've had a few comments again. Somebody sent The Apprentice to get some ball sacks. Ruben Dent, he's one of my moderators. I'm all right, dude. BVM and Tom Bailey get it sorted. I don't know what you're on about there. The laptop. Yeah, I didn't have the software for this StreamYard.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I've had to go back on the old one for this.
I'll get you editing like a pro, Dave. If you give me, we'll do a private. We wouldn't even have to that broadcast. We can do.
I'm there. To be fair, I've actually started to go live on the MacBook now, but I've just got to download this StreamYard, the software for that, and I'll be all right. It's just I just didn't realise it wasn't on the MacBook. Every time you go on the MacBook, it throws a surprise at you. So
I'll be. I reckon. I'll get you editing like so they got loads of the time lapse. You know the time lapse. Have you seen any time lapse that I do? I can teach you to do all that if you want, because it's the same software that I got. iMovie. Do you use iMovie? Have you seen?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All good stuff. Now the thing is now, because you scroll on a MacBook with two fingers, I keep doing that, and you can't do it on this. It's doing me head in.
Yeah.
Somebody right. Let's have a few more. How's the doodle? The doodle's all right. How come you ain't steaming, Dave? Oh, streaming. Oh, because this is Simon's channel.
Yeah.
And we're just coming on to this one. We're trying to help Simon get some views, and I'll be honest with you, Simon's got more beer viewers than I have, and it just makes sense to come on here and hopefully drag a few of my subscribers over that way, and then Simon still keeps his beer viewers.
And of course, I'd like to say at this point, Dave does some really good drinks reviews. So if any of you are not just beer, Dave does beer as well. He does a variety. Colin McGregor whiskeys and gins, and so check Dave out. This is what we're doing. We're kind of like just helping each other out, aren't we? I suppose.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. So what you say, June? Oh, she's talking to Ginge, not me.
Hi guys, can you wish me a happy birthday, Michael Mortimer, for tomorrow?
Happy birthday. I don't celebrate birthdays. Do you?
I was 40 this year in May, so I wanted to do something like a big spoons. And that's what I wanted. I was happy with that, to be honest.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I mean, I had a 40th birthday party. I wasn't really, it didn't really float me boat. The family turned up and all that. And I don't know, I'm just not really bothered.
It's not a.
If I got a birthday card again, I'd be happy.
I stopped feeling young when I hit 40. I stopped feeling young. That's when I was like, oh, I'm middle age now. You know, it's like, oh, I've got to start looking after myself a little bit. And it's not a nice age to hit 40, is it? Did you cope with
any age is nice to it, especially the one you die at.
I know. Exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. We're only getting older, aren't we?
It's one of them things, isn't
it? You don't look over 60. Oh, no, only 40. Only 40.
Yeah, well, I'm only 50. I feel older. What are you laughing at, Ginge?
I'm not. Why have you got that laptop?
Because I need the software on the. Ginge is asking me questions. I need the software on that to go on StreamYard. So there you go. Shut up. Go back bed. Well, I have been using. There's something on there I've been using, and I think you can join 2 cameras up on that, but I'm not too sure. We'll have to have a look, dude.
Yeah, we'll have a look, and of course, I'd love to. I picked up a lot of tricks on iMovie. I'd love to show you. It took me 20 minutes to go through all the different things I've learned on iMovie.
Yeah.
Producing like television quality video.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It is good, the MacBook. It's just having to look around and
yeah. I got Chrome on the bottom. I'm the same. It took me a while, but now I go back to Windows and I can't work Windows.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was thinking how the bloody hell to work this, but it's all right, isn't it? So there we go. Right. So what we're going to do? Finish this one off, dude.
I think so. I'm a bit behind, to be honest, but I'll get there.
Noodle84 wants to know, why am I watching this? I don't know, mate. Why are you watching this?
It's a funny thing, isn't it? I mean, it is no holds barred. We generally just say things that what come into our head. And I suppose that's a lot better than a scripted program. I refuse to watch EastEnders. I don't know about you, Dave. I'm not sure if I can't
watch EastEnders. When EastEnders first come out, I used to watch it, but there again, I was only about 15, 16, something like that. I can't remember. And the Dirty Den and Ange and all that, it was brilliant. But now it's all just doom, gloom, killing each other. And yet, right, they live in London. And let's face it, it's one of the most violent cities in the world, with stabbings and acid attacks and youths on scooters running down, right? It's one of the most violent places in the world, and none of them say fuck.
No, exactly that. And can you remember, you're of an age, same as me, can you remember the public service broadcasts on the television?
Yes. In fact, if you go on YouTube,
you could go on YouTube and watch them. Yeah, absolutely. The one where the kid gets his legs taken off by the train. That's
and the one where you don't play in the silo where all the corn goes.
Exactly.
Who the fat woman and the bloke, and he's waving at us, Mabel, in the water.
Yeah, Charlie.
Brilliant.
Meow cat thing. Remember that?
Yeah, Charlie says.
That's it. Now, for all you youngsters who've tuned in,
all you youngsters that should be 18 drinking beer.
I got a question for you guys, and I'd like you to comment in the comment box why you think these public service broadcasts all of a sudden stopped. And I'll give the answer in 5 minutes' time.
Money.
Let them comment. Let them see if they know where it is. But here's the clue. We were talking about EastEnders. I think I'm just gonna say, because a lot of them are. Someone saying Simon's legs are tired. I'm walking. I do a lot of walking.
You need a bar stool, mate. You need a bar stool. You like the Green Goddess walking up and down all mad Lizzie.
So here's my thoughts on EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale fan, there's a certain type of person who will watch that. You know what I mean? Hopefully, Dave, I'm not being offensive by saying it. But
no, you ain't offending me, mate.
There's a certain type of person who will watch these type of soaps. So when I stopped watching it, when Frank, was it Frank? I can't remember his name. Frank, one of the owners of the pub landlord, somebody outside, but he had a couple of pints. And it clicked in my mind, this is just a don't drink and drive advert. And there's been countless other things. Phil Mitchell with a gun. There was a really expensive car chase. He spent like £100,000 on a car chase. He was a singer, Martin Kemp, I think his name was.
Oh, and yeah, and he rolled it over and he's going, Phil!
Yeah. And then they ended up with a gun. Phil had a gun to his head and he never pulled the trigger. And I think you've done all the hard work chasing this bloody guy down. You know, if you had it in your mind, you were going to do it. It was one of them things. Don't kill somebody. You know, and he said, it's just they've morphed all of these public service announcements into soaps. That's my. I don't know how you think of that. Whether this like sparked this. I
can see what you're saying. I can see where you're coming from. But I would also say that kids nowadays, with the public services advert things, kids don't watch telly. I mean, apparently the other night or whenever it was, they have the figures coming in because obviously everything's on digital TV now.
Yeah.
And Blue Peter on, and not one person watched Blue Peter.
No way, on the telly.
Yes, way. Wow. Nobody watched Blue Peter.
That's shocking. That is
scandalous. What they should do, all these kids running around with bloody knives and drugs, when they get caught, they should make them watch fucking Blue Peter.
I think it's great, though, because where we are on YouTube is where we are. We're in the digital age, Dave. So,
yeah.
Have you noticed that Sky Sports Football are putting the highlights on 15 minutes after the games on a Saturday?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what's going to happen to Match of the Day now? Who's going to watch Match of the Day?
Do you know what? Match of the Day is going to have to be sorted out, because I do watch Match of the Day, but I only really watch Match of the Day when Alan Shearer's on and Ian Wright.
Yeah.
They're my two favourite presenters. Them guys have been everywhere, done it all. I'm not really. Who did they have on the other day? Who played some Australian bloke? I can't remember his name. Or a goalkeeper. And I tell you what, you may as well have had this kind of empty bloody beer doing it, because that's about as entertaining as he was. So, Match of the Day is going to have to sort itself out. But me and my mate Greaves there, who lives around the corner, we were on about this, and how many people now don't actually watch TV? They don't watch TV unless it's something really good, Peaky Blinders, something like that will attract people's attention. I mean, many nights now, me and June will just sit there and watch YouTube, because you look at the telly, there's absolutely fuck all on.
Nothing on. I got a laugh at a comment. Just sorry to interrupt you there.
Right, mate, you interrupt.
The turquoise salad. I think the guy on the right is absolutely have his fucking head on cocaine. They're not about me, I think. That's all my dancing around the kitchen, that is.
Yeah, you're like you're in a rave in the 80s, dude. Well, you need one of Bill and Ben hats on, you'd be well away. Looking like an old guy.
I think YouTube is better than television. Somebody's commented on that.
Yeah, it is. We very rarely watch the TV now, don't we, June? We don't watch a lot of TV now, do we? It's just shit. It's just absolute rubbish. Find that hard to believe, BVN. What do you find hard to believe, mate? I don't know what you're on about.
Which one's that, Dave?
Oh, yeah, he's probably on about Blue Peter when I said that nobody... But that's what it said. It was on the news that nobody watched Blue Peter that day.
Right.
So, there you go.
But is it going to force, Dave, the Match of the Days of the world, the BBC, is it going to force them to upload the Match of the Day series to YouTube? How do you see it going forward?
Well, YouTube are already going for it. The YouTube are already trying to buy games off the Premier League.
Yeah.
The thing as well is, your companies like Sky and BT, there's that many kids now that, let's face it, in 5 years' time, my daughter is, how old's Jin? She's 16. In 5 years' time, she watches a lot of YouTube, or she'll binge watch Netflix.
Yeah.
She'll binge watch, I don't know, some shit from America. And companies like Sky and BT are going to struggle to make money because this generation now that's coming through won't be watching and they won't be paying for Sky.
No.
Because I'm really serious. I mean, when Sky have lost the wrestling in January, the WWE, I'm thinking of like knocking Sky on the head, because if we want to watch a film, we just go Netflix.
Yeah, absolutely. I love my Formula One. I'm a massive racer, massive racer. And of course the football. So I think I keep it for that. But I think you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. It's only going to be about YouTube and Netflix going forward. How these companies manage, I don't know. The Conservatives have never been avid supporters of the BBC. They like private companies, don't they? You know, as far as the Conservatives are concerned, it's a nationalised thing, isn't it? The BBC. Yeah. They like the competition of commercial companies, so they're not going to really, you know, they're not going to cry too much if the BBC kind of like stops. It's all down to the license fee, isn't it? You can watch Netflix, you can watch YouTube without the license fee. But you can't watch the BBC iPlayer anymore. They closed that loop, didn't they?
Yeah. But there again, you see, BBC, they're just wasting so much money. They would just waste it. And then they have the nerve to take the TV license off over 75-year-old people.
Absolutely.
They're just taking the piss. And I think one day what will happen is you'll have some major campaign where everybody will stop paying the TV license. Somebody will start something up and it'll be just
YouTube. It'll just be...
I just reply to Taz Moore?
Oh, sorry.
Taz Moore. I think you ought to go and see a doctor, mate.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's good on that one, isn't it? That's really... Oh, that's really jingled his bells, that one, isn't it?
Oh, that's
I'm
doing
something like that.
That's naughty. Come on, that's really.
Oh yeah, that's it. I know why he's got the arse, because I removed him from my other channel, my thingy channel. So he's found a way of trying to upset me.
Oh, that's not nice. That's
funny, mate. It's funny. If you need to say things like that, it's so funny. So it's all right. The thing is, though, mate, he'll be sitting in the corner, rocking, eating his own shit later on tonight. So happy days.
I don't condone that kind of comment.
Oh no, you don't, mate. It's just funny. It's just funny. He's telling me to get a job, and he knows I've got a job.
Ban him. I can't. I haven't got a moderator. I can't.
It's all right. Leave him, mate. While he's having a go at me, he ain't hurting anybody else, so he's all right.
Dave and Simon moderate themselves just fine.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, as you know, I've got a bit of a weak bladder. Can you hold the fort while I go and have a pee?
Yes, mate. Go on then, and then we'll get this Scotch whiskey beer on the go.
2 minutes.
Right, as you can see, this seems to be a routine thing now where Simon has got to get a catheter fitted. I think I will write it into the rule book where if we do these things again, he has to get a pipe shoved up his cock. Because what we'll have to do, folks, we'll have a whip round and a collection for him, and we'll get him a bucket so he can just empty himself there. So, right. BVM does not need what? A job? No, I'm all right. I've got a job. I'm all right. I'm quite happy. I sit there on a little forklift, loading up lorries, unloading lorries, sorting out my warehouse, and I'm quite happy. And it's great, isn't it, June? It is. I come home. I'm home every night. It's great. Taz, keep coming, mate. Keep coming at you, dude. Keep coming at me, dude. You're an absolute beg. You're a nobody thinking TG likes you. I don't care what you think, mate. It's just funny. You keep putting up the comments, dude, and I just keep laughing at them. Simon has the bladder of a 13-year-old girl. Very good. Very good indeed. Ah, brilliant. Simon's got to go and sniff a load of coke to feed him. It's brilliant. He's good. Well, I bet he's fell down the stairs. He's probably in a pile now with his leg up by his ear roll, facing the wrong way. He's back. He's back. Like 1970s kids TV host on Crackerjack. Cabbages. I bet you don't even know who Crackerjack is, do you?
I've heard of it. Definitely heard of it. I haven't watched it. You should do. Oh, we should do Brewdog's Lost Lager, Dave. Somebody's asking you to review that. I think you'd make a brilliant beer reviewer, Dave. I think you should have like a theme night, like a Monday night live or something, or not live, but Monday night beer night on your channel or something like that, and do a different beer every week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've got a few ideas lined up for in the future. Somebody says, "Have you washed your hands?"
Yeah, look, they're wet. Thank you.
I've got another one coming at me now. I've got somebody called Big Pump Daddy, whatever that's supposed to mean. Another one who's I'm scared to say my politics. I don't know. I thought we were reviewing beer, really, mate. I'm not really bothered.
Well, I've got this whole StreamYard thing is taking up my whole screen, and I can't work out how to have there's no way of me taking any of these comments away, so I do apologize. If it was on like Google Plus, like we used to do, Hangouts, we could do it, but
it's no worries, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm interested what you think of the. Do you know anything about McEwans, Dave?
No, not really. Weren't you in Star Wars?
the bear thing. Oh.
Yeah. So June's just read that somebody says Simon looks like a young Nigel Farage. Oh, indeed.
I should run
Taz has just come back with another one there. He says, "How's Sharon? I hope her son's okay." So I think that's probably a threat, and I think that could probably go to the police.
It's.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Are you okay carrying on with a live feed, Dave? Are you okay with it?
Yeah, I'm all right. Fucking hell, you think I'm going to let some arse like him put me down? You must be fucking joking.
Brilliant. I suppose, I get some of it on my channel. You hit a certain level of followers, and then all of a sudden, you get a few creeping in, don't you? Some of the weirdos, they creep in and.
Oh yeah. I mean, people like Big Pimp Daddy and Taz Moore, you're going to get them all over the place, so it's no worries.
What do they call them? Keyboard ninjas, don't they?
Called keyboard warriors or whatever.
Warriors, the keyboard ninjas or keyboard warriors, yeah.
Yeah, keyboard fucking idiots as well. Yeah. I mean, the best thing is, Simon, I'm actually here showing my face, and all they are one's got a silhouette and the other one's got some stupid cartoon character.
That's some because I'm going to be honest here. Some of the comments that come through earlier, and this is exactly what we were talking about earlier on. I don't know why. I'm the same as June. I don't know why 98% of the comments are fantastic. It's the 2%. I don't know why it affects me. It just, I think it's just the way my mentality is. It's just, but it's not very nice. And to read some of these comments tonight, it's disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgraceful.
Yeah, I don't worry. I mean, Big Pimp Daddy says he's from Loughborough. He can't even spell fucking Loughborough, and mine come from it. Right, let's get on with the proper stuff.
Let's go, Dave. A whiskey beer.
Yeah.
Whiskey beer. Nice bit of smoke on the opening.
Yeah, nice bit of smoke.
There we go.
There we go.
Beer in the glass. Here we go, Dave.
So, has this actually got whiskey in it? Oh God, that looks dark. No, it looks like treacle.
That is a dark beer. Let's have fun. Is it a way, Dave? I know what we can do, Dave. Go to the top right. I tell you what we'll do, guys. For 5 minutes, I want to have some fun with Dave. So I'm gonna remove my comments for 5 minutes. I'm gonna click on the comments button. Click on banners. If you click on banners, Dave.
Banners?
Banner underneath comments in the top right-hand corner.
All right. It says private chat or live chat.
It's one above saying banners. Click on.
I haven't got that one, mate.
Oh, what about private chat? Put on private chat. My comments are gone. I don't have any comments whatsoever on the right hand.
Yeah, my comments have gone as well, mate. So that's all right, really. So
I see Dave now. I've known Dave since April. We've been reviewing beer since April. I see Dave as a mate. I don't want to get involved in any of these comments. I think they're disgraceful. That's the only word for them. Me and Dave are going to look on the bright side of life. We're going to pour a beer, this whiskey beer. We're going to have some fun. We don't see any comments for the next 5 minutes. Apologies if we don't reply. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. So
quite good, really, for me, mate. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, I've got an English cricket thing on my glass. What a waste of time that is. Right.
One finger whitehead. It looks good. Look at that.
Yeah, nice and dark. Looks like a proper pint of bitter or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of carbonation. I would say like a mahogany coloured, almost like a dark wood coloured beer, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So McEwans, I think we should have a smell and a taste first before I talk to you about McEwans. It's a little bit of raisin, like dark fruits, a little bit of plum or.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a funny one, isn't it? It almost tastes like cherry cola.
It's a weird taste, that, isn't it?
Yeah. I've not reviewed a McEwans beer in a long time. They made a beer, McEwans. It's McEwans Export, which is like a lager. And then it's a McEwans. I can't think of the name of this famous McEwans beer. It's like a pudding beer or something. But it had a bit of a bad rap in terms of the beer community on YouTube. A few of us reviewed it and we're like, oh my God, it's almost undrinkable. It was 7.2.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the McEwans beer. I'll be honest, this is not tasting much better. It's got, like you said, and you're quite new to this beer, so you said it's a weird tasting beer. It is odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it is weird. It's like, have they just tried to make it different for the sake of making it different?
There's a lot of treacle. You getting treacle?
It's warm, isn't it? Do you want to sip it, June?
It's 5.8% ABV. It's been described as a Scotch whiskey beer.
Smells nice.
June likes the smell of it.
What do you think of that, June?
Nice. What is it?
June likes it.
Yeah, it's a funny one.
It's whiskey.
It's got whiskey in it. That's why June likes it. Has it got whiskey in it?
Yeah, it's a whiskey beer. Raising a glass is
Oh, I
1850.
like it.
Yeah.
Have you heard of? Do you know the banana bread beer and the other one?
Yes, we've done the banana beer, haven't we? Oh,
Yeah.
I've done it. I think I've done it.
You've done it, yeah. So that's a company called Wells and Youngs. They're based in Bedfordshire. It's just north of London. They bought out McEwans. McEwans were in a really bad way in terms of they were producing beer and it was just being slated. So they were bought out by Wells and Youngs, and then a year later, you know, Pedigree, Marston's Pedigree.
Yeah.
Marston's then, there you go. Marston's, there you go. And is it in that glass?
Yeah.
So I'll say it quickly again. Youngs bought McEwans, and then a year later, Marston's bought Youngs. So they inherited McEwans. So Marston's now own this whole varied breweries all over. They own Hobgoblin. You know the Hobgoblin beer?
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Bread. This McEwan's range of beers from Scotland. They're a massive, massive company now. Probably as big as Bass were. Remember Bass back in the day? They were massive.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were massive in the day, weren't they? Really, really big and all.
Everywhere. And the other company, Whitbread. Remember Whitbread?
Yeah, and Whitbread. Yeah, they used to sponsor cricket and stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Local cricket, anyway.
Bass sold out. It just left a massive hole in the market. And Marston's were a small, middling regional brewery at the time. They just benefited. They just kind of like got sucked into the vacuum of the hole that was left by Whitbread and Bass. And they're this new company now that basically own most kind of breweries in the UK, the big regional breweries.
Right. It's all right though. It's all right. It's not the best beer. I can't say I'll go back and buy it and drink it again.
It seems to have some kind of like I can't work out if it's hazelnut 1 minute. I can't work out if it's a bit of butterscotch. I can't work out if it's a bit of plums and figs. I get a little bit of the whiskey.
Yeah, that's the warmth though, isn't it? Whiskey's warmth when it's going down.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the worst beer I've ever had. I don't think. The other thing about do you know what happened to Whitbread, Dave?
No, I haven't got a clue, mate. I'm sure you're going to tell me.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah. So, long story short, Whitbread had a load of pubs all over the country, and next to the pubs were a load of car parks.
Yeah.
They trialed in the 1960s a hotel, and they called this hotel. Do you know what they called this hotel?
I don't know. Go on.
Premier Inn.
Premier Inn. You're joking? What? The Premier Inn?
Premier Inn.
How it started?
They built a hotel in a pub car park called the Premier Inn. What they did, they realised how profitable this was. Most of the car parks they owned, they built hotels in the car parks and they sold the pubs off.
Brilliant.
So they become Premier Inns. And do you know what they went into in the 90s? They were very quick to jump onto a new thing. They also went into coffee, and they opened a chain called Costa.
Really?
So they owned Premier Inns and Costa Coffee, and they walked away from beer completely. They just went, "We don't need this."
I don't blame them. To be fair, the thing is though, it's just the way of the world, isn't it? You have to reinvent yourself and keep going in another way. And this is the problem when you see companies that are going bust and they're going, "Oh, it's because of this, it's because of that." No, it's because you've not reinvented yourself. It's because you've not thought ahead. Yeah. You know, you pay these companies have a lot of people and they pay them a lot of money to think forward. Exactly. And they can't do it. They get stuck in the ways. So
and to an extent, it's what we're doing here on YouTube. We've gone, we need something to do, something a little bit different. We're going to reinvent the wheel. We're going to do something else. You, over the last year, you've reinvented yourself into the Blue Van Man, and you are a brand now in your own right.
Yeah,
I congratulate you on that.
Thank you. Have you got 30,000 subs yet, mate?
30. I'd love to get 30. I really want to get. I'd love to hit 30,000 subs.
What you got? How many you got?
29,200.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll be there, son.
If I can manage to get to 30, that would be fantastic. I'm going to turn the comments back on now, Dave, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. I've actually reported a load on here on my tablet. So
right, okay. Okay, so perfect. I'm back up. To the 98% of the people. Yeah. I'm turning back off. I don't need to see that.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I don't really want to see that. Okay, my comments are off. I'll carry on saying what I was saying. To the 98% of the people who are decent, thumbs up to you. To the 2%, you just made me turn the comments off. I don't want to see that tonight.
What's your beer, Simon?
That was a beer. It's okay. I can't remember what I paid for it, Dave. Because do you know when you see these deals, these 4 beers for £6, you don't look at the individual price then, do you?
No. It's and then you don't even know what you're buying. So
yeah. So I didn't. I just picked up a load of different beers and paid a load of different prices. So yeah,
that's it. You go in and you buy them, and then it's just like you don't really know the price you're buying them for. You just buy 4 for whatever it is, £6 and stuff, which is quite good. So it's good stuff.
Cool. Like I'm trying to break. Yeah, I'm trying to break. I'm in a almost just like a state of shock a little bit, and I'm trying to break my. I'm trying to click back.
No, the thing is, though, mate. The thing is, you've let them affect you, and they've won now. So all you do is you carry on, and you just ignore it. So that's it. So what happens is people have a sad life, and they have nothing in it. So what they do is they latch on to somebody, and they try to upset them and that kind of thing. So, and the thing is, mate, they've upset you, but not upset me.
You're an absolute star, I tell you what we'll do. I'm really excited. I'm a big follower of your channel. I watch everything from you brushing your teeth with a bamboo toothbrush. I watched that video the other day. Absolutely fantastic. Great stuff. Lots of the other videos that you've been publishing. And I want to ask you over the next 3 months, how excited are you going into the, let's just say the Halloween, the bonfire night, and then the Christmas season?
I'm looking forward to the Christmas thing. And like I say, I want to review a few things for Christmas that are coming up. Can
I ask here right now? I want to put a recommendation. Can you please, for me, do Baileys? Can you do Baileys for me?
Which one? Have you done the Tesco's had some kind of a Baileys out last year, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was brilliant.
Maybe I tell you what we could do if you wanted. I mean, I'd like to see you do the original Baileys on your own. I reckon that would give you a tremendous amount of views. But I would like to see, or if we wanted to, maybe we do it in November when we're really into that cold winter kind of season. We do like original Baileys versus Tesco's own version versus.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Lidl and Aldi and Asda, and we get them all lined up. It might cost a bit, but
it's all right. Yeah,
I can drink Baileys.
People like a Baileys. You like a Baileys, don't you, June? Yeah.
I love it. Love Baileys. Absolutely love Baileys. So we'll line up all the Baileys, and we'll do like a quarter final into the semi-final, into the final, and then the winner of the Baileys. I love Baileys. I really do. We can do that.
Yeah, that sounds a good idea. That sounds absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I think Christmas is the big one for us as beer and food reviewers.
Yeah, and you start doing it in around the 15th of November or something like that, don't you? Because you start building up to it to give people the chance to actually go into the shops and buy it.
Yeah.
So
I missed out last year. It was all over the adverts and all over the telly. I couldn't find them. Asda did a Pigs in Blanket, a jumbo version.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I had one, and it was too much.
Right.
That's what I personally thought.
I wanted to review it, but I never got round to doing it because it was just I couldn't find. I went to Cardiff Bay, Barry. They just didn't have them.
Yeah. So I know what you mean. But no, it was just too much of the one taste. That's what I thought. So
yeah.
It's all good. It's all good though. So
crisps, put the Pigs in Blanket crisps. Oh, I love doing the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, it's I don't know what. Normally you start getting the release dates now, don't you? Of things that are coming out. What companies have got what new stuff coming out for them and all that kind of thing. So it's an exciting time for us YouTubers.
Oh, it's brilliant. Another thing. I mean, you could do it. I could do it. We could do it together. Whatever. I'm a suggestions is just how small the celebration boxes are getting. I'm getting really ratty by it.
Somebody put a picture on the other day, didn't they? Somebody put a picture on the other day. I think what they've done, they got an old snuff box, a little snuff box, a round one, and made some little sweets and wrapped them up in the green papers and the yellow papers and the red papers and said the new Quality Street. And yeah, they are quite right. It's quite funny. So fair play to them for doing that. I think we ought to use that fucking idea and all and make them pocket size.
Yeah. Have you done any rank videos where everything seems to get smaller? The classic example is the Curly Whirly. Remember how big Curly Whirlies used to be years ago?
Were they only 3p?
I think so. They I don't even know if they exist anymore, but they're tiny now, the Curly Whirlies.
Yeah, Curly Whirlies, they still exist.
Do they?
Yeah, they're still there. So
everything's getting small. I remember Doritos in a 300-gram bag. That's double the size of what they are now. They used to be massive, the bags of Doritos.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is how things changing, and they're all blaming everything else, isn't it? But all it is down to is just profit.
Exactly. They blame Brexit and whatever else. But I'd like to see you. Have you done any rant videos where you've kind of said this used to be bigger years ago and all that?
No, I haven't, to be fair. I just, I mean, the McDonald's burger, they used to be bigger. I'm sure they used to be bigger than what they are now.
Yeah.
And Mars bars, they're all the same. They're all about 2 inches long. I mean, Mars bars will be that small soon. You may as well be chucking them in the bloody Quality Street box or
yeah.
Box. You know what I mean?
Exactly that.
They've all gone bloody small, isn't they? So it don't really, it's just all about profit. And I suppose that's the way of the world as well, because when all said and done, these companies, you can go into Aldi or Lidl and stuff, and you can buy their own brand of Mars bars and Snickers and Milky Ways, and they're just as good as the proper ones. So I suppose there's profit in it. They've got to make a living when all said and done. You've got to keep all these companies going, keeping the workers, the cost of the premises, the electric, the water, the gas, the whatever that you need to run the premises. You've got to still make money out of it. It's not it's all very well like this Jeremy Corbyn coming in saying, right, we're going to pay workers £20 an hour, or we're going to pay this and we're going to do that, this and that. You've got to weigh it up logically. When they make something in Hungary or Poland or somewhere cheaper, it's going to happen. You've got to be sensible about things. So
Land Rover, they'll all just go, like as you said, they'll go to Poland, Hungary.
Yeah. Well, Land Rover, are they already set up in China or somewhere?
I think they're about to go. I think.
I mean, they're stopping to make the mini engine in Longbridge, ain't they? They're shipping that out to Spain or somewhere. But they're actually making the electric engine
Yeah.
At Longbridge. There is reason why they have done that. They've got rid of the petrol engine and kept the electric one in Longbridge. So I don't know.
Do you know what they said today? And this does relate to what we're talking about, because a lot of jobs when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s were factory-based jobs, coal mining in Wales or whatever they were doing in Leicester. Pardon my, was it steel or what was it?
In Leicester, it was hosiery. It was, what do we used to make in Leicester, June? Hosiery and shoes that they made a lot in Leicester.
It was all industry-based. Now, I read a report today, 80% of the UK economy is services, which means that it's all based around people buying stuff.
Yes.
Like buying coffee. And so the guy who buys a coffee, somebody gets to work in the coffee shop. It scares me a bit, that, because it only takes like a recession for people to go, I haven't got the money to buy.
Oh, yeah.
80% of the economy then suffers.
Well, that's how it's always been there, though, isn't it? We never really seem to do anything that's, I don't know, we just seem to live. Our country is basically made on spending money. And that's why credit is so easy to get, because our economy is absolutely built around spending money.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's nothing there that, you know, it's not. I mean, I suppose you could say that about most countries. China was built on people spending money, but what they were doing is they were making it and sending it to the world.
Yeah.
And people were buying it and not buying TVs or Hoovers and stuff from this country. They're buying stuff from China because it's cheaper.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's a funny one. So with a services-led economy, but I mean, it's the way of the world. If another engine company goes, that's going to be 82%. If another factory closes, that person's going to get a job in a coffee shop. So they jump over into that services sector of the economy. But what? Oh, I got a question, Dave. I'm keeping this rolling. Give me, and I'll do it after you, your top 3 items, apart from chips, that you would buy from a chip shop.
Have you been working that out in your van?
I'm just keeping this. I've turned the comments off. I'm in a good spirit, and I'm keeping it.
You know what? There's a chip shop in Loughborough. What's that chip shop near Tesco's, June? No, not that one. Is it George's? Yeah. I think there's a chip shop in Loughborough. Well, I know there's a chip shop there, but I think it's called George's. And they do a superb fish cake. And the fish cake is, I've done a review on it, and the fish cake is massive.
Yeah.
So I like a fish cake, I like cod, and I'd probably have peas.
Oh, my top 3 would be...
And you've also got to chuck battered bits in.
Yeah, a sausage. My number 1 is a sausage and batter, and I have chips and gravy with that. Number 2 would be a rissole. Remember the rissoles?
Yeah.
With the corned beef. You have to explain to our foreign viewers now. It's like a breadcrumb and corned beef and onion roll that they just
that's it. Yeah.
Fryer. And number 3, I don't know, maybe a mince pie. I'm a bit of a traditionalist like that. Are you a sausage and batter? I love it.
To be fair, I'll pretty much eat anything from there. I'm not a big fan of roe. My mother, she always liked roe. I can't understand the point of that.
What is roe? I never heard of roe. What is roe?
Fish eggs in it.
Oh, no,
you could get back in the day in Colville. You could get roe in batter, and it's just fish eggs. And
really,
why she ate roe, I do not know.
Did you try it? Did you ever try it as a youngster?
No, it just don't sound right. You'd say, "What's that?" And roe, what is it? It's fish eggs or something like that. It's quite a fish eggs lover. No, it's something I've never really thought of, but I'm sure it's fish eggs. So
it's a bit like us down in Wales here. We have lava bread. Have you had a lava
bread?
bread?
What the bloody hell is lava bread?
Lava bread is they make bread out of seaweed and it's jet black, and you deep fry it. Yes, another one of those quirky, like my grandfather's 88 years old. When I used to go and stay up there as a kid, my parents used to go out on a Friday night, so they used to babysit for us. In the morning, they would give us lava bread.
You heard of that, June? Lava bread.
Stick it into Google. It's like
Seaweed.
seaweed. Funny, but it's. I suppose we've lost that local identity. Like
Back
we don't
to
do that.
nature. Back to nature food. Back to nature.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
You just mentioned the fish eggs. I've never heard of that. You haven't heard of that, but that's what kind of regionalised the country, wasn't it? Was our little quirky ways.
Yeah.
Whereas now we'll all have a McDonald's.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? The world's gone completely mad. Some of them, it's just the way it is, really, and it's just pathetic. But so what we're going to do, mate? We're going to get another 5 minutes and knock it on the head.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to leave my comments off for the night. So again, I'll mention it one more time. For the lovely people who've sent me lots of comments, I've not replied. We've had a bad 2% tonight, so I'm not willing to engage in that. I don't know which way it is. My comments are over there. But,
yeah, my comments.
Yeah, opposite. Yeah. I'm not willing to engage in the bad 2%, so I'm not going to. I've turned my comments off. Yeah, last 5 minutes, Dave. What do you think of this beer?
I don't know, really, mate. It's one of them, innit? I don't think I'll buy it again. I don't think I'll drink it again. It's not too unpleasant, but it's not my drink. That's what I think.
It's got a bit better as it's warmed up. It's a bit
really. It's been in the fridge all day. No wonder you don't like it then.
Yeah, it's not the worst McEwans beer. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's it. Champion. McEwans Champion.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
You've got it. 7.2%.
Isn't it?
It's
Champion, yeah.
You can spread it on your toast. It's thick and.
Yeah. Did you ever drink? What's the one in the gold can? Gold label, that Rick.
Banks Gold Label. And
yeah, that was potent. That was like drinking 8 whiskies in a row, weren't it?
It was a barley wine.
That's it, barley wine. Yeah. You know it. You've drunk it, haven't you?
I reviewed it.
What do you think of it?
I thought it was okay, actually. It's one of those. It ended up down in the South Wales area where you go to a working man's club and you'd see like an old lady in the corner drinking one of these Banks Gold Label barley wines,
Yeah.
It was one of those curious, oh, what's she drinking type of drink. And it made me go and purchase it. I think you can buy it in Morrison's. I think.
Yeah, you can. I know a lad. Well, I know 2 lads and the sister. And basically their mum was an alcoholic and she could quite easily drink about 20 of them and it wouldn't touch her.
Really?
Yeah. It was like drinking pot water or something. It one of them things. But she could quite easily drink a load of them.
Whereas we've had 3 beers tonight and we're a little bit kind of like, oh, we've had enough. Not enough, but, we're well on our way.
We've had some strengthy beers here, dude.
We have tonight, yeah. One's 4.7, one's 5... 4.5, 4.6, 4.4, and 5.8.
I could tip that in the van. It'll keep the van going.
They say that with a chip fact, don't they?
Yeah, they do, yeah. Good stuff.
I'm gonna have this last minute to say
I wouldn't mind.
I'd love to do this again. I want to do it again. Come on my channel, I come on yours, whatever.
It's all right. We'll do it on here, mate. It's all right. It's steady. It's steady on your channel.
We'll do it on here. Review some beer.
We've kept a steady 100 plus viewers. We had up to about 135 at one point. We've gone down to 111, which is unlucky in the cricket terms.
Yeah, it's marvelous to keep up with 100 views for 1 hour and 45 minutes as well. We've done really well. So thank you everybody for tuning in. My subscribers, my followers, please check out Dave the Blue Van Man. By now you probably know who he is. Hell of a man, fantastic. I want him to go and do the top 3 in the chip shops, the top 3 products. I want him to do the maybe it's up to him whether he wants to do a small rant about how small the celebration box is again. I think that'd be rather funny. What was the other one? Bailey's. Maybe we can do
we'll do the Bailey's one at Christmas, dude. We'll do that one before Christmas. People, choose which one they can get.
Yeah, the 24.
Some of them are cheap, aren't they? Some Baileys are dead cheap. Some of the shop brand ones are cheap. So
I think that the Aldi and Lidl ones are about £5.50.
Have you got a Home Bargains round your way? Now they're a good ones. They do some really nice cheap Baileys kind of imitation things. They're good.
Yeah, I got to admit, I'm a massive fan of Baileys. Oh, I love the stuff.
It is good. We normally have it in a coffee, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a Christmas thing. We get it at Christmas. It's just, and we always. It's that time of year when it hits end of October, November. You start going around the shops and you're picking up your spirits and picking up your Christmas things. And yeah, I like that time of year. I like that time of year.
Yeah, it is good. So what we're going to do next, mate? We'll do one next month, shall we? Because I'm a bit busy at the moment through work and stuff I've got lined up.
You got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's the 9th. The 9th, I think it is.
We'll do one at the start of next month then, shall we, dude, and keep this going?
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Dave, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
It has, and thank you, mate, for having me on your channel.
It's been really good. It's been a really good night. All look at the positives, isn't it? Bar the 2%.
I always look at the positive. Can't be doing with the arseholes.
The 2% can shove it.
Yeah, you're right, mate. All right, buddy. So what we're doing? Saying bye.
Yeah, I'll end the stream and stone the crows.
Stone the crows. Get you later, folks. Bye. Have we gone? I think we're still live.